Hey guys, before the video starts, I just wanted to let you know that I just released a new EP called Sophomore Year Part 1, and it's available on all streaming platforms. It's a really fun combination of rap, rock, jazz, and folk, and I think it's some of our best work, so make sure you give it a listen with the link in the description after this video. Hope you enjoy.
Paris? All this time, I've been underneath Paris?
I've always suffered with motion sickness. This is going somewhere, just follow me. One of the worst combos of all time is a motion sick little baby in the backseat of a 2007 Chrysler Town & Country. I got consistent headaches in the back of this car, and we only had like 2 DVDs because this is when cars had DVD players, and the main one we watched was Pixar's 2007 classic, Ratatouille. There was a long time I could not watch this movie without needing an Advil or something because I just associated it with these car rides. But everything changed when I was 16 years old and had an idea. A cursed combination of words gave me the idea to make a Ratatouille musical. No, not that musical.
Tiny chef, where did you go? Tiny chef, come back to Gusto's.
That musical. Fueled by the idea of nothing but the word Ratat-Hamilton, I was ready to make the greatest combination of all time. When I had this idea, I had never seen Hamilton, and I hadn't watched Ratatouille in years. But over the next 8 months, I would study these two entirely different pieces of media to create something that no one believed in but me. So this song is called Tiny Chef, and it is the main theme for Ratat-Hamilton, the Ratatouille Hamilton crossover. On October 13th, 2021, I released Tiny Chef from Ratat-Hamilton, a Gusteau's musical. It went out on all music platforms with a full music video on YouTube. And to this day, this is one of the projects I'm most proud of, and I've even gotten to play it live multiple times.
I want everyone yelling Tiny Chef up in here right now!
With nothing but a single word for a concept, what I thought would be just a fun little project ended up taking 8 months of work. But the process of this creation changed me for the better, and looking back, I started to realize something. Believe it or not, when you study a movie for months at a time, you start to grow an appreciation for it. In the process of creating Ratat-Hamilton, Ratatouille became my favorite movie, and still is. There are some much smarter people on the internet that could tell you why Ratatouille is a masterpiece, but I'm here to talk about something a little closer to my heart, which is creative philosophy. Your creative philosophy is like a mission statement for yourself. It's a guiding set of ideals that should influence everything you create. Maybe you have a creative philosophy and just didn't realize it, or maybe you've never thought about this at all, but I highly encourage you to write down a simple phrase or sentence as your creative philosophy. I bring this up because Ratatouille has one of the greatest creative philosophies I've ever heard.
What I say is true. Anyone can cook, but only the fearless can be great.
Pure poetry.
Anyone can cook, but only the fearless can be great. I'm sure you've heard this before, but have you ever stopped and thought about how powerful this statement really is? Whatever it is, video, music, painting, writing, cooking, coding, whatever your passion is, anyone can do it, but you have to be confident to do it well. This phrase has guided me through so many projects. I've played guitar since I was 11 years old and always dreamed about releasing music, but never really took that leap. I've always messed around in GarageBand and Ableton making random crappy EDM or different remixes, but I've never produced a serious track that was my own. Doing Ratat-Hamilton pushed me to my limits and made me grow and learn not only how to make music, but to put myself out there and not be afraid to make it my own. It wasn't until college when I met one of my best friends, Gavin, who pushed me to go on stage, and we just haven't stopped. This was a dream of mine since I was a little kid. I just needed the push to be fearless. It wasn't until I did this that I realized how important of a lesson we can learn from none other than Lin-Manuel Miranda. I'm sorry, Lin-Manuel Miranda jump scare. I should have put a warning. However you feel about Miranda, we can all pretty much agree that he isn't the best singer.
At the end of my rope, I was hopping mad, but he turned my hop into hope.
Broadway is one of the most demanding lines of work for a singer, and these shows have some of the most underrated and talented performers. It wasn't until I went and saw Wicked live that I realized how truly incredible these people are. So if Lin-Manuel Miranda isn't a Broadway-level singer, how did he create the 4th highest grossing Broadway show of all time? Well, let me tell you. He played to his strengths, surrounded himself with other talented people, and gave it his all. While Lin-Manuel isn't the most talented person on Broadway, he made a show that no one but him could have made, and it shows. Audiences will always flock to something real and unique, and Hamilton has a genuineness behind it that shows in the performances. Lin-Manuel Miranda isn't the most talented in a conventional sense, but he overcame that by using what he is good at in a unique and creative way. His writing, rapping, and performing skills are on display here, and you cannot deny that Hamilton would not be what it is without him. It's really easy to say, oh, Lin-Manuel Miranda can't sing. Anyone could have made Hamilton. Yeah, anyone could have made Hamilton. He just had the guts to actually step forward and do it. Another evident example of this philosophy in practice is the 2022 Best Picture winner, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Directed by Daniel Kwan and Daniel Schreiner, this movie was made on a $25 million budget. But still managed to win Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Editing at the Oscars. And it's not like it wasn't up against some powerhouse movies either. Everything Everywhere truly is an underdog story. While I really struggle with the nihilism and the worldview of this movie, and really disagree with the message, it truly is one of the wackiest and most well-executed films I've ever seen. And believe it or not, the VFX in this entire movie was done by a team of 5 people that had never done VFX before, and they learned together on YouTube while doing this movie. Anyone could have done this. They did this with public knowledge that is on YouTube for anyone to find. They just had the guts to do it. Everything Everywhere All at Once puts the Rat Cocoon-y creative philosophy in practice perfectly. Okay, so where do you go from here? I think the application of this really is just make stuff. You won't learn anything by sitting there and dreaming of things you should make. I'm a big believer in learning by doing, and using this philosophy just enforces it. If you've wanted to make something for a long time, but you feel like you're not ready, I really encourage you to just go for it. You will learn and grow more by doing than thinking about doing. It's not going to be perfect. In fact, it's probably going to suck. But going from suck to great doesn't happen by thinking. It happens from practice. It's taking tiny steps forward and applying what you learn from those tiny steps. Because anyone can cook, but only the fearless can be great. Thank you for watching. What other pieces of media use the Ratatouille creative philosophy? And what's your creative philosophy? Make sure you sound off in the comments down below, and I'd love to hear them. If you like this kind of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and send it to a friend that you think would enjoy.